estimating population parameter based on the sample. Estimating the population parameter based on the sample. So whatever the sample we are having, based on that, we are going to estimate the sample population. So for example, if you want to estimate the mu based on the X bar, you are going to estimate based on the X bar, right? So you are going to estimate the sigma population variance based on the sample variance, sample standard deviation. If you are working on the variance means sigma square based on the S square. So you are going to estimate everything based on the sample. Whatever the sample you have collected, from the sample, first you are going to analyze the sample, and based on the sample, you are going to understand and estimate the population. Now let us assume the population is, I'm having a population data. Assume the population data, where the population data I'm having with respect to feedback from the students. Okay. I'm having the feedback as 4.9, 4.8, 4.95, 5, 4.82, 4.85, 4.6, 3, 2.4, 5, something I'm having like this. Assume this is the population data. Now, based on the population data, if you can calculate the population mean directly, if you are having the population data and you can calculate the population mean, then no need of inference statistics. What is the use of inference statistics? Means in real life, you will not get this type of data. The entire population data we can't get. So what we are going to have is in this sample records, that is 4.8 is one record, 4.82 is one record, 4.85 is one record, and we are going to get a sample mean, and this based on the sample mean, we have to estimate this value, right? Sir, miss, what is the use and why we have to use like this? Few questions will be there. First question, why we have to do like this? Why? Question number one is why? Why we have to do? Because in the real life, we are not able to get the population data. In the real life, it is very difficult to get the population data. That is the reason. Okay. In the real life, population data is very difficult. For example, Apple is there. Apple iPhone 14 users are there. So in the total India, let us assume 1 million units they have sold in India, only exclusively in India, they have sold 1 million units. Now from this 1 million units, if they ask the feedback of the Apple 14 series, what are the series is there? For that, if they consider the reviews, how many reviews they'll get from the Apple 14 people miss 10,000, 20,000 or 30,000 or maximum 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs. Each and every means complete 1 million means which is equal to 10 lakh. If I get all the 10 lakh feedbacks, then only it is called as population data. If out of which one of them is missing also, 9,99,999, if you get also, it is a sample data. Means out of, if you ask any feedbacks with respect to Apple, if the Apple company is asking for their customers only, Apple 14, who are using Apple 14, whether it is a normal 14 or 14 plus or 14 Pro or 14 Pro Max, whatever it is. So whatever the 14 series they are using, if they want to get the feedback from all the Apple 14 users, now how much time it will take for them is so much of time it will take. That is reason number one, time is more. Second reason, they can't able to get the entire data. Every person has to see that one and every person has to participate in that one. First, they have to see that one. Whatever the mail they have received or whatever the SMS they have received, first they have to see that one. So that is first question. Some people, though they get the mail also, they'll not check in the inbox. Not every mail they'll not check. In the inbox with the, for example, some inbox will be there. Okay, in the inbox, then the site 5,514 mails also will be there. Something like this. Means 5,514 unchecked mails are there. They will not check. Now, once you send a new mail, they'll see the subject. If they're interested, they'll open. If they're not interested, they'll not open. So, means 10 lakh people, we have to send the mail. Of course, Apple company will send the mail. That is not a problem for the Apple company. Sending the mails or sending SMS, that is not a problem. But these 10 lakh people has to open that one and they have to fill. That is important. If they fill all the 10 lakh people, if they fill, then only it is called as population data, but which is not possible in the real life. So in the real life, now out of 10 lakh, only 20,000 or 30,000, or assume that I'm receiving 2,50,000 only with respect to 2,50,000 feedbacks I have received. And this from these 2,50,000 feedbacks, I'm going to estimate the value. What is the value I'm going to estimate is sample mean. Okay, sample mean is calculated. It is calculated. And from this calculated value, we are going to estimate this value. This is calculated value. Calculated value because we are having the entire data with us. We are calculating directly. Whatever the data is there, we are calculating. This is not there. Without the data, we are estimating. So this is called as inferential statistics. In the entire life, in the real life, we are going to do the inferential statistics more completely. Every time we are going to estimate. For example, if you take the exit poll survey. Exit poll survey means in terms of once the polling was completed and once they have casted their vote, now they are going to identify in this particular area which party is going to win. In that particular area, assume there are 3 lakh voters are there. In every area, some voters will be there, right? 3 lakh voters. Out of 3 lakh voters, 2,20,000 voters has participated in the election. Assume. Remaining people even not participated in the election also. 2,20,000 only has participated. Now, all these 2,20,000 voters, if you open and if you see exactly to whom they have casted their vote, then it is called as election result. This everyone knows. But without seeing the election result, still the TVs and some newspapers, they'll publish that in this particular area, this party is going to win. And overall, in Telangana, this party is going to win. The Telangana TRS party will win this many seats. This Congress will win this many seats. Overall, India-wise, BJP will in this many seats. They are going to confirm. How they confirm? Means they know all these 2,20,000 voters to whom they have casted their vote? No. From this area, 2,20,000 out of, they may collect the data from 2,000 people. Out of 2,000 people, 1,000 of them are saying that BJP and 500 people are saying with Congress, and remaining 500 people are saying others wins. They are going to say in this particular area, BJP will win. If same 500,000 by Congress means the Congress is going to win. Whatever the details, but finally they are going to take for 2,000 people only, not for 2,20,000 voters. It is not possible to go to every person and to ask to whom we have voted and to collect the information. It is highly impossible. The election result only, when there is an election result, this election result is the population data. This one is the sample data. But without seeing the population data, we are estimating, means before to the election results only, immediately today, for example, election day, tomorrow morning itself, they are saying that in this particular area, TRS party is going to win or BJP party is going to win. And overall in Telangana, this party is going to form the government. They have seen to every person to whom they have voted, they have seen that people who has predicted. No, but still they are giving the results. All these things are inferential statistics example. So inferential statistics means estimating the population based on the sample. How they are going to do this means by using the hypothesis testing. By applying the hypothesis testing. And this hypothesis testing is also called as statistical tests. They are called as statistical tests. In the job description, they'll write with respect to one should be very good at the statistical tests. Statistical test means hypothesis testing meaning. Okay, statistical tests. Right? Now, whatever the statistical tests we are having, within the statistical test, two types are there. One is called as parametric tests. They are called as parametric tests, non-parametric tests. Parametric tests and non-parametric tests. Parametric test means test whatever the statistical tests test applied on a normal distributed data. If you are applying on a normal distributed data, then they are called as parametric tests. If you're applying the statistical test on applied on unsymmetrical data, unsymmetrical distribution data, on unsymmetrical distribution data. Unsymmetrical distribution is also called as skew distribution. Then if you're applying the statistical tests on unsymmetrical data, then they are called as non-parametric tests. Okay. So first, what we have to do is, first the given data is a symmetrical distribution or whether it is an unsymmetrical distribution, you have to see. That is nothing but whether it is a normal distribution or whether it is a skewed distribution. Unsymmetrical is nothing but skewed. Okay. If the data is skewed means apply non-parametric test. If the data is normal means then apply the parametric test. To apply the parametric test, it should be compulsory normally distributed. And here we are going to learn the parametric tests. Okay, we are not going to learn the non-parametric tests. Why? Again, the question why? Question answer is very simple, because we are going to work if the data is skewed. For example, if the data is skewed, data is there. Simply are we going to ignore means no. First we'll convert this one to normal. We'll convert the data to normal. We'll convert and then we'll apply the parametric test. The data will be converted to normal and we'll apply the parametric test. Instead of learning the non-parametric test, first we'll convert and we'll apply the parameter. Now, why sir? Why to do like this? Directly we can learn the non-parametric test only now. Why to convert and why to apply parametric only? Because we are not a statisticians. We are with respect to data scientist. So for data scientist, in the future, we are going to learn the machine learning. Statisticians, they are not going to learn the machine learning. They will work only on the hypothesis testing and statistical tests on. They'll stop there only. But we will continue from here with the machine learning also. Now in the machine learning, the entire algorithms, whatever the entire machine learning algorithms are designed by assuming data is normal. By assuming the data is normal. So entire machine learning was designed by assuming the data is normal. If in that machine learning also, if the data is skewed means there also we have to do the same. So finally, to be more simplified, as a data scientist, whenever we find any skewed distribution, first we'll convert to normal distribution. To calculate the probability, we'll do the same. To calculate the Z-score, we'll do the same. To calculate the G-test, we'll do the same. To apply the parametric test, we'll do the same. To apply machine learning, we'll apply the same. To do the artificial intelligence, we'll do the same. Finally, simply to say, the entire skewed data first will convert to normal data only. To do before anything, to apply anything, any statistical tests or any probability or anything, if you want to apply also, entire skewed data will apply to the normal distribution. First, we'll convert that one. The entire data will convert. Without converting, will not do. Right? So the skewed distribution will be converted to normal distribution. Then we'll apply our parametric tests. Parametric tests or machine learning algorithms or artificial intelligence or probability, anything. In the probability also, 68, 95, 99.7 rule, that is applied for the normal distribution. From the Z-score calculating the probability, that is also applied on the normal distribution. Everything are said to be normal distribution. If you are having normal distribution only, all these concepts are there. If there is no normal distribution, nothing, one concept is also not related to skewed data. Not even one concept is there. Why, sir? What skewed data is that much of bad? Very simple. Normal data means where the skewness is exactly equal to 0. Symmetrical distribution. Now, if you go with the skewed data can have left side, this much of skew can be there. Light skew also can be there. There is no limit now. The data can be like this also, right? This is also left skewed only. From here to here, this is entire tail is there, and suddenly here it is there. If this is the type of data is there, then what we have to do? So there is no limit on the skewness. Right side or left side, there is no limit. If there is no limit, which value will assume and which value will design? For which value will design? Now, whereas normal data, fixed value, skewness is equal to 0. No skewness. Skewness means no tail is there on the left side or right side. Perfect normal distribution. So that is the reason all of them has been designed by assuming the skewness value. Wherever the skewness is there in the formula, they have created the skewness value as 0 and they have continued the formulas. Is that clear? The reason behind that. Now, let's start with the hypothesis testing. Now, what is meant by hypothesis testing? Hypothesis testing means nothing but you are going to assume, okay, hypothesis testing is to determine whether a statement about the value of the population parameter should or should not be rejected. Okay, once again, determine whether a statement about a value of population parameter, should or should not be rejected. Means, for example, if I say that in this class, average feedback is greater than 4.5. This is one statement. Okay. Determine whether a statement about a value of a population parameter, about a value of a population parameter should or should not be rejected. Means whether this one should be accepted or should not be accepted. Okay. Naresh sir is assuming, Naresh sir is assuming that SRK is a good trainer where he is having a feedback of 4.5. Whether it is a correct or wrong, he is going to ask few students and he is going to take the feedbacks from the few students, and from that he will analyze this one, whether this statement is correct or a wrong statement. If this is a wrong statement, immediately he is going to remove the trainer. Okay. If the trainers are satisfying with the average feedback is more than 4.5, then he is going to continue. He is going to apply the hypothesis test. For hypothesis test, he is going to take a statement. Whether this one, he is assuming mu is greater than 4.5 and he is going to ask the students to give the feedback. Now, in 6 p.m., if I ask the feedback from the 6 p.m., miss, if I ask directly now itself, you may say different answers. Now, if I send the same thing on the SMS, please share the feedback for this particular trainer, and the Naresh IT team has sent you some kind of SMS. How many of you will open that SMS and how many of you will participate in that? In this class, 100 people, and they are there. And we have to analyze tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Assume that I'm going to analyze on the, I miss Naresh sir. Naresh sir is going to analyze on the Saturday. He wants to analyze on the Saturday. Now, today he has sent the SMS. Now, within these 2 days, how many people will reply out of these 100? Not all the 100 people will reply, right? Out of 100, 90 people has replied at least. 10 people will minimum not reply. Whoever has not attended today's class, they don't know that we are going to share one feedback also. They'll not check. For example, something we are writing in the Google Classroom. How many people will check that Google Classroom before coming to the class? Not everybody. Few people will check, but not at the same time everyone. 100 out of 100 will not check, right? So that is the thing. So here, whatever we are having this one, so this is the population parameter, but we are going to get the sample data. Based on this, we have to estimate this one, whether it is a correct or a wrong. Got the point? Is that clear now? Hypothesis testing means determine whether a statement about the value of a population parameter should or should not be rejected. Okay. Whether it is greater than or equal to, or exactly equal to, whatever it is. Some statement, one statement. How this statement we are going to form is that depends upon the situation. That depends on the data. That depends upon the question. For example, in Naresh IT, whoever the trainers having more than or equal to 4.5, they are going to continue. Otherwise, they'll remove. Who decided 4.5 means Naresh sir decided that one. You or me are not decided. Naresh sir decided, and data analyst is analyzing the data. Which trainers are satisfying, which trainers are not satisfying. Number was decided by Naresh sir. Analyzing will be done by the data scientist or a data analyst. Right? Now here, now in this we are having two. One is called as null hypothesis. One is called as null hypothesis. Second one is called as alternate hypothesis. One is called as null hypothesis. Second one is called as alternate hypothesis. Alternate hypothesis is also called as research hypothesis. Alternate hypothesis is also called as research hypothesis. Right? Now, null hypothesis and alternate hypothesis. Now, what is meant by null hypothesis? Null hypothesis is denoted by H naught. Is denoted by H naught. Alternate hypothesis is denoted by H1 or HA. Anyone. Both are okay. In some textbooks, H1 will be there. In some books, HA will be there. Generally, we'll go with H1. Okay. Both are okay. Now, they are denoted. Now, let us understand what is the actual meaning. Okay. Denotion and okay, this one is fine. Now, what is the actual meaning? Null hypothesis says that. So, we are going to take one statement. One statement, whether we are going to accept or reject is called as null hypothesis. Okay, sorry, whether we are going to accept or reject is called as hypothesis testing. Now, this statement, whatever the statement is there, that statement we are going to write in oppositely in two different ways. For example, let me consider like this. Mu is greater than or equal to 4.5. Opposite to this is mu is less than 4.5. Whatever you are having this one, the opposite is this one. SRK is a good trainer. Assume. On one side. SRK is a bad trainer. Opposite. Whatever the statement you write in the null, opposite is alternate. One you have to write in the null, one you have to write in the opposite. If you accept this one means you have to reject this one. If you accept this one means you have to reject this one. Both are opposite to each other, right? Just opposite to each other, nothing else. Right? Now, null and alternate hypothesis, just opposite to each other. Now, the question is how to select the null and alternate hypothesis. That is the most important one. How to select. How to select null and how to select alternate. Okay. Now, how to select the null? I will tell you a few easy techniques for selecting the null, out of which the first one is called as present, whatever we are having. Okay. The first one is called as status quo. Status quo. Status quo means whatever the present one is there, that is the null hypothesis. Whatever the present one is there, that is called as null hypothesis. Second one is no action. No action. For which statement you will not take the action, that statement should be the null hypothesis. For which statement you will take the action, that one should be the alternate hypothesis. Third option, no difference. By using these three, you can easily identify the null and alternate hypothesis. Either status quo, no action, or no difference. No difference means if you are comparing between two. For example, I'm saying that 6 p.m. batch students and morning 9 a.m. batch students. Two batches are there. Assume. Okay. These two batches, null, what is the null hypothesis means? There is no difference between both of them. Both are same. Both the students' knowledge is same. Both the students' average score is same. Average marks of 9 a.m. batch and average marks of 6 p.m. batch, both are same. No difference between them. Alternate hypothesis says that there is a difference between them. Example. Okay, when we are comparing between two things, then we'll have the word called as no difference. No difference word is comparison between two things. If you're not comparing between two things, only one, for example, SRK only is there. Here you are not comparing with SRK with another trainer. If you are comparing SRK with another trainer, let us take like this, SRK and one more X trainer. Now, null hypothesis says that there is no difference. All the trainers are equal. All the data science trainers are equal. He is one data science trainer. He is one more data science trainer. No difference between them. Both are same. Both are same is equal to. Both are same is equal to. Okay, both of them are same. Alternate hypothesis says that. Alternate hypothesis says that both are not same. Right? So if you are comparing between two persons means, then we are going to use the word equal to symbol and non-equal to symbol. Always the null hypothesis has with respect to equal symbol. Every time fix. 100% fix. Every time null hypothesis will have equal to. Null means nothing. The word of null means nothing, right? Null means nothing. Nothing means no difference. Nothing difference. Nothing difference means everything is same. For example, let us take like this. Naresh IT, one more institute, one more institute, one more institute. All the institutes are same. No difference. Right? If you take your friends, this friend, that friend, that friend, all the friends are same. No difference. No difference in the friends. Null hypothesis says that there is no difference. Alternate hypothesis says that there is something. Difference is there. There is difference. Right? Action. For which one you are going to take action? Or for which one you are going to do the research? Using these three words, you can easily identify the alternate hypothesis. Using these three words, you can easily identify the null hypothesis. We'll see with multiple examples, not with one or two, because formulation of null and alternate is important. If you take an opposite, though you do the entire analysis, finally you are going to conclude is the opposite one. Your conclusion also should not be opposite. Right? Now, let us take like this. First, you write in the notes this one, so that I will explain with the multiple examples. Okay, null and alternate hypothesis. Null hypothesis says that there is no difference or no action required. Alternate hypothesis says that there is a difference and which is action is required. Let us see 4 to 5 examples or 10 examples, whatever it is. Based on the multiple examples, you'll understand the concept very clearly. Okay, let's start. Examples. First, let us start with the example number 1. Let us start with the example number 1. Now, let us assume there is a situation where in the court, judge is there. Judge, based on the evidences, whatever they based on the evidences, he has to say whether the person is criminal or whether the person is innocent. Based on the evidences. Now, based on the evidences, he is going to say whether the person is criminal, whether the person is innocent. Now, which one is null and which one is alternate? Either two only will be there, right? Either innocent or criminal. Which one is null? Which one is alternate? Means, first you are going to take, this is based on single person. You are not comparing between two things. Single person only. Single person only you are analyzing whether he is a good person or a bad person only you are analyzing. Now, if he is a criminal, are you going to take action or no action on him? You are going to take the action. So action is taken on the criminals. So this will come in the null alternate hypothesis. No action. You are going to take no action if the person is innocent. This comes under null hypothesis. Null hypothesis says that no, he is an innocent person. By default, every person is an innocent person, including the Vijay Mallya. Right? If the Vijay Mallya comes back to India, if he present in front of the court also, day one also they'll discuss the arguments. Everyone knows that he is a wrong person, but still they will discuss. Till you prove that person is a bad person, every person by default is a good person only. Right? For bad person only we have to prove. For good person, no need to prove. Right? Now, similarly, we are having second statement. Good trainer, bad trainer. Whether X, whatever the trainer, whether it is a good trainer, we are having two options. For which one you are going to take action? Bad trainer. For bad trainer, you have to take the action. For whichever action is there, this is this one, alternate. Good trainer, no action is required. For good trainers, no action. Is that clear? This is example number 2. Now, for example, there is a one water bottle company is there. Let us take like Kinley. Kinley water bottle company is there. Kinley water bottle company, in the water bottle, assume this is a water bottle, though it is not like a water bottle, also assume. Okay. This is a water bottle where on the water bottle, they have mentioned it is 1 liter. Some 1 liter they have mentioned. On the water bottle, they have mentioned as 1 liter. And the MRP is 20 rupees. 1 liter water bottle, 20 rupees. They have mentioned. Now, inside 1 liter is there, or 950 ml only is there, or 900 ml only is there. What is there? You don't know. Just they have mentioned on the 1 liter. Now, there is a quality inspector. As a public, we don't know anything, but quality inspector will be right. This quality inspector has went to the manufacturing company. Wherever the manufacturing was going on, there he has went, and there the water bottles are there. And almost the water bottles are 20 lakh water bottles are available. In the manufacturing unit, 20 lakh water bottles are already manufactured. Or he is going to test every water bottle. He's going to open into every water bottle and he's going to check whether exact 1 liter is there or not. He's going to check like this. No, he's going to randomly choose them. Out of 20 lakh bottles, he is going to randomly pick 200 bottles. From each particular case or from the each unit, he is going to take randomly 1 bottle. Randomly. Random sampling is applied. Randomly, he is going to choose 1 bottle. And for that bottle, he is going to check. Now, for him, what is the null and alternate hypothesis? Now, when he is going to take the action? If it is less than if the average value is less than 1 liter, he will take the action. If greater than, if it is exactly also, he will not take the action. If it is exactly 1 liter, okay. If it is exactly 1 liter, or if it is more than 1 liter, though it is more than 1 liter also, he will not take action. He will give the suggestion that in your water bottle is more than 1 liter is there. He will not take any action. That is not for loss for him, right? For example, the Kinley is saying that I will give extra 10 ml. Who is he to stop that? So he will not do any action if the water bottle is consisting of more than 1 liter or exactly equal to 1 liter. In both the cases, he can't do anything. Now, this one action, he is going to take the action. If it is less than 1 liter, immediately he will take the action. What type of action he is going to take means that depends upon whatever the type of mistake they have done. If they are cheating too much means penalty will be high. If they are cheating only less means penalty will be very low. That depends upon the cheating level, right? Now, next, coming to the next one. This is by the quality inspector. Who is checking this one? Quality inspector. Now, assume that the same company, same water bottles. Now, this time, the company owner is doing that one. Company owner is doing that one. Whether in the each bottle exactly 1000 ml is getting filled or not. If it is less than that also, for him, it is a problem. If it is more than that also, it is a problem for him. If it is more also, it is a problem for him because it is a loss. If it is less miss, we have to make the penalty. So for him, exactly required. Now, if company owner, now what is the null and alternate hypothesis? For which one he will not take the action? For which one he will take the action? If it is not equal to 1 liter, exactly if it is not equal to 1 liter, immediately he will take the action. Why? Why it is not 1 liter? Either machine problem or person problem. Who is doing that mistake? He'll identify that one and he will rectify that one. If it is a machine problem, he'll change the machinery. If the person is some kind of person is having with respect to indiscipline, he is going to take the action on him accordingly. Right? So if it is exactly for him, it should be 1 liter. For him, it should be exactly 1 liter. Then only no action. Now, if you observe above and if you observe below, same example. Same 1 liter, same Kinley, same to same. But one is doing the quality inspector is checking. One time company owner is checking that one. Who is doing the analysis also important. For them, whatever is required is important. For which one they are not going to take the action is important. Is that clear? Is that clear, guys? So you have to see the situation, who is doing the work, and based on that, you have to decide that one. Is that clear? Now, Let us see the examples one by one. So here there is a new manufacturing method is believed to be better than the existing one. The current method, when compared to current one, the new manufacturing method is believed to be better. So null hypothesis says that there is no difference because you are comparing between the new one, the old one. Comparing. When you are comparing between two things, by default, no difference. So null hypothesis says that no difference between the both of the methods. Everything are same. Right? Alternate hypothesis says that the new one is the better one because you are researching that one. For example, in the market, assume, okay, in the outside world, if you are having, for example, some kind of fever, for fever, we are going to take Dolo 650 or whatever it is, paracetamol. Okay, Dolo means nothing but inside paracetamol medicine. Now, paracetamol is the medicine, whatever the paracetamol medicine is there, that one, that is Dolo 650 or whatever it is, right? Now, for example, you are Dr. Reddy's. Okay, Dr. Reddy's wants to come with a new one, new medicine. They want to come with a new medicine which is better than this one, which will cure better than this one for the fevers. They want to come with a solution, right? Null hypothesis for them. What is the null hypothesis? What is the null hypothesis for them? Whatever they are going to invent, that XYZ, whatever they are going to invent, the XYZ medicine and Dolo 650, both are same. There is no difference. If there is no difference, no action is required. Means no invention is required. No need to send into the market. Research. They are doing the research that this XYZ medicine is not equal to Dolo 650. It is better than the 650. Then they are doing the research and they are coming with this into the market. By default, null hypothesis says that there is no difference. Okay. You have to prove that there is a difference. If you prove only, you can have that one. Whatever you are going to invent or whatever the things you are going to do the research, all the researches comes under null alternate hypothesis. Every research will come under alternate hypothesis. For example, if I do something research, I'm inventing something and I'm creating something. For what purpose I'm creating that one? I'm feeling the existing one is the not sufficient to the present world. That is the reason I'm creating a new one. Right? You are inventing something, miss. Why you are inventing that one? Because in the present market, that for that situation, presently there is no particular product is available. For that reason, you are inventing something new. Whatever you are inventing, which is equal to research. Always your research comes under alternate. Every time, whatever you are doing the research will always comes under alternate. Now, let us take one more example. Now, there is a new bonus plan. One person wants to implement a new bonus plan. By default, there will be no difference between the new bonus plan versus old one. Right? Now, everyone knows one more live example. Let us take one live example. Okay. Live example is nothing but IPL. As presently IPL is going on. Now, this IPL was given in the free in the Jio Cinema. Earlier, we used to watch that one only in the Disney Hotstar or in the Star Sports or somewhere. Now it is freely. It is free. Completely, it is free in the Jio Cinema. Mukesh Ambani has given in this particular year IPL in the Jio Cinema at free of cost. Right? Now, null hypothesis says that no difference. No difference. If it is in the Jio also okay. If it is Jio Cinema also okay. If it is Disney Plus Hotstar also okay. No difference between both of them. Alternate hypothesis says that there is a difference. Mukesh Ambani feeling that this Jio Cinema, if you give it free of cost, once we penetrate into the market, now many people will know about the Jio fiber net and will get more number of connections. Once they connect means every month they'll pay. This is not one-time payment. So once they collect the Jio fiber, every month they have to pay. And after that, now whatever the payment presently, for example, 500 rupees is the internet charges. Later they will increase to 550. For 50 rupees, they can't change the connection. Suddenly they can't come with a new one for 50 rupees. So they will be automatically 50 rupees only. Let us continue. They'll feel. But this 50 rupees will impact for the Mukesh Ambani so much, right? The same thing was happened, right? Everyone has seen that initially when the Jio has came into first time into the market, they have given the free. Slowly, now they are increasing the prices. Initially, what is the price? Today, what is the price? As years goes, means price should be decreased. Now they are increasing reversely. According to them, in the market also, other operators are also increasing. Right? Everyone knows that one. So that marketing strategy he is now applying in the fiber net also. That is in the internet also. Till now, he has applied the logic in the telecom. Now he is applying that logic in the internet. Who are data analysts, they'll understand the things and what the things going on in the backend. Okay. To be more precise, we can easily identify what is the profit he is going to earn based on this. Also, we can say if you detail analyze, right? So now here when he is coming with this one, by default, null hypothesis says that there is no difference between Jio Cinema versus Disney Plus Hotstar. No difference. Alternate hypothesis says that there is a difference. Whether this one is correct or this one is correct means sample data. By end of the IPL, how many connections, new connections will be there? Or in this particular financial year, what would be the growth in the Jio fiber net? How much the growth will be there? The new connections or new customers. This we'll see in the quarter results. Now, once this free IPL is completed, what happens, you know? Once the IPL is completed, after IPL, they are going to publish their quarter results. If you want, write the notes also. The same thing will happen, right? They'll publish the quarter results. Once they publish the quarter results, suddenly they'll show one line plot like this. In that line plot, the customers increase will be there. On that day, whatever the day they are going to show this one, the share price will impact 30 rupees. If 30 rupees impact is there in the Reliance means, the Reliance will earn at least minimum to minimum 80,000 crores in a single day. By showing one line plot, they will get that one. To show this line plot, they have to get the data. To get the data, they have to give free. That is the backend story. Okay. You'll understand this one. One day in the Enadu paper or in the in the news also, you see suddenly there is a huge spike in the Reliance. One heading will flash news will come, right? On that day, you'll understand this one, the logic. Because he'll show the graph. There is an increase in the customers. Increase in the customers means not for one day. Customer will not be for one day. Lifelong. Means once they have started, means every month they have to pay. Every 28 days, once they have to pay the bill. So every month they'll generate the profits. And that is the marketing strategy of the Mukesh Ambani. If he asks that take the fiber connections, means last 1 year, there is not that much of growth. Now what happens? For Jio Cinema, now everyone will open the whatever the Jio they are having. They'll open that app also and they will open the Jio Cinema and they'll start using this. Obviously, daily limit of 2 GB will be completed. Now they'll open with respect to additional. Then they'll identify with a fiber net. Now automatically, at least out of 100 people, at least 2 people will purchase, right? At least 1 people. At least out of 101, 1001. Increase only now. Something will be increased, right? That increase is not, he is not going to focus on that present increase. He is going to focus on the quarter results and the share market. He wants there. That is the backend logic, right? And if I discuss so much again, completely financial, it will go with the financial analytics that we'll discuss later. Okay. Now this is the null and alternate hypothesis. Now here, let us take a bottle. A bottle is having of 1000 ml on that bottle, whether it is a water bottle, whether it is a milk bottle, whether it is a anything, whatever the bottle. In the bottle, they have printed 1 liter. 1 liter is printed means according to the quality inspector, it should be minimum 1 liter. Maximum, no problem. Minimum 1 liter should be there. If it is getting inspected by the quality inspector. Okay. Because you are bringing that particular product into the market, means you are sharing it to the consumers. You should not cheat the consumers. If you keep 1 liter on the bottle, you are writing 1 liter, but inside that you are giving 950 ml, means it is called as cheating. And they are able to book the cheating case. on him, right? So we should not cheat them. So we have to give with respect to the quality inspector is going to check that. So more than 1000 ml. Now, next. So these are all the null and alternate hypothesis. For example, if you are having like this, null and alternate hypothesis greater than or equal to 1000 ml, mu is less than 1000 ml. If you go with the example of 1000 ml example bottle example, this is null and this is alternate. For the same example, company owner is having null hypothesis exactly equal to 1000 ml. 1000 ml means nothing but 1 liter. Null hypothesis says that mu is not equal to 1000 ml. This is from company owner perspective. Now, let us take one more example. Let us take a different example where, for example, you are having the pizza deliveries. Okay, pizza. The pizza has to be delivered within 30 minutes. That is the rule of the company. If it is not delivered in 30 minutes, they are going to give the free pizza. Assume this is the condition. Don't ask which is the shop. Example I'm saying. Okay. Okay. Let us assume pizza they have to deliver in less than 30 minutes. Now, what is the null and what is the alternate hypothesis? When they are going to take the action? If it is time is more than 30 minutes, then they'll take the action. If the time is less than or equal to 30 minutes, they are not going to take the action on the person who is going to do the delivery. If it is more than 30 minutes, means immediately they'll take the action. So everything is possible. Greater than or equal to is possible some cases, less than or equal to possible some cases, exactly equal to also possible in some cases. So these are the three different options is possible. So just we have to write whatever the possibilities are there. First you write what are the two possibilities, write in the notes. After that, for which one action is required, write that one. For wherever you have written the action, write the null. Easy for you. First write in the notes two options. What are the two options are available? After that, think of yourself for which one we have to take the action. You will only get the answer easy. Right? No need to get confused. That word of action, no action will help us to understand the entire subject easily. Right? Is that clear? So now this is called as, if you are having greater than or equal to and less than symbol in the research hypothesis, then it is called as lower tail test. Lower tail test, or it is also called as left tail test. Left tail test. Now, what is meant by left tail test means the rejection will be on the left side. If it is less than this, you are going to take the action. Example, with respect to milk water bottle. If it is less than 1000 means you are going to take the action. If it is more than 1000 means absolutely okay for you. Action, you are going to take action is only on the left side if it is less than this. Now coming to the pizza delivery example, you are going to take the action if it is greater than 30 minutes. If the person is delivering more than 30 minutes, you are going to take the action. Now the action is on the right side. So if you are having the right side action means you are going to take some action on the this one means then it is called as upper tail test or right tail test. Okay, is that clear? And if you are having exactly equal to not equal to, that is called as two tail test. Both the sides rejection will be there. If it is more than also problem for you, if it is less than also problem for you, exactly it should be there. Exactly it should be there. Then it is called as two tail test. Two sides rejection will be there. Two tail test means both sides we are going to reject. Is that clear? Take the examples and take the notes. Okay. Once again, I'm writing here. Mu is greater than or equal to 1000 ml. Okay. Mu is greater than or equal to 1000 ml. Mu is less than 1000 ml. Example is Kinley water bottle. Kinley water bottle, 1 liter water bottle. 1 liter water bottle. Inspection by quality inspector. This is the example. For 1 liter water bottles, quality inspector, if he is doing the quality inspection, for him, it is the null and alternate hypothesis. For that person, this is the alternate and null hypothesis. Now, null and alternate hypothesis mu is greater than greater than already completed, right? Less than or equal to 30 minutes. Mu is greater than 30 minutes. This one is by pizza director, pizza's director, pizza company director, pizza instead of pizza director, pizza company director. Whatever the pizza company director is there, he is going to check whether pizzas are getting delivered in 30 minutes or not. Pizzas delivered in less than 30 minutes or not. Less than 30. If it is not less than exactly 30 minutes, means he has reached the home. For example, the delivery location he has reached by 20 minutes only he has reached. Means till 10 minutes he has to wait. Exactly 10, exactly time is 30 only he'll ring, he'll knock the door. No, right? So before also okay for us. Less than 30 minutes it should be there. 20 minutes also okay, 25 minutes also okay, 50 minutes also okay, 5 minutes also absolutely okay. If he delivers in 5 minutes means problem, huh? No, right? Right? More than 30 only problem for us. When we are having the problem, more than 30. Because the company committed, they are going to deliver in 30 minutes. That is their commitment. They only committed. So we are checking whether whatever the commitment they have given, whether they are fulfilling or not. We are checking that. Right? Pizza company director check whether the pizza delivered in the less than 30 minutes or not. Pizzas are getting delivered in 30 minutes or not. Then in this case, this is the null and alternate hypothesis. Okay. So this example is called as left tail test. This is called as left tail. This is called as right tail. Where we are having the right side rejection. For left tail test, we are having the left side rejection. Right side is completely acceptance for this case. Left side is completely acceptance for this case. Why everyone will get confused for this null and alternate? Why everyone will confuse? Miss, because very simple. Only two are there. That is, one is null and alternate. Two. Action, no action. Opposite. Two. Left, right. Two. Type 1 error, type 2 error. Two. Every time two will be there. That two opposite will be there. Automatically confusion will be there. Only two are there. First only two are there. Two options are there. That two, both of them are opposite directions are there. Like that, multiple are there. So that is the reason everyone will get confused. But actually the concept is dead easy concept. Is that clear? Now you select any situation as per your choice. You select a situation and who is doing that particular with respect to called as test. Tell me that clearly, who is doing the test and for what purpose he is doing the test, so that we can formulate the null and alternate hypothesis. Tell me any situation, whatever the situation you want in the entire world. Yes. So whether the COVID test means, what is the question? Don't tell the simply one word. Formulate the entire sentence. Whether the person is a positive or negative. Okay. So for example, COVID is positive or COVID is negative. Right? For which one we are going to take the action? For positive, will not take action. Huh? No action is required. Huh? Action is required. So this is null alternate hypothesis. COVID is negative means no action is required. So just write no action is required if the COVID negative means. If the person is COVID negative means no action is required for him. No need of medicines, no need of quarantine, no need of isolation, nothing is required. If COVID is positive means medicines are required, quarantine is required, isolation is required, maintaining the distance is required, keeping the mask is required. All these are required. Taking the action is required. Right? So like this, we are going to take with respect to multiple examples. Okay. Now, is that clear how to formulate the null and alternate hypothesis? Is that clear? Now, can I ask you a question? Can I show you a situation and can I ask you what is the null and alternate hypothesis? Now, when I ask you a null and alternate hypothesis, remember, if you are comparing between two things means you have to say there is no difference. That is very simple. Comparison between two things means no difference. But you are comparing within one only means obviously you have to use the word called as greater than, less than, all this, any one. Symbol you have to use. When you are doing for only one sample, then you have to go with the with respect to greater than or less than symbols. Now, let us see this one. Next example. Read the statement clearly, slowly, understand, and tell me the answer. What is the null and alternate hypothesis? First write in the notes and after that tell me. First write in the notes and then tell me. Only two options that I know, but in your brain, both the options will come. First write in the notes. Correct option first you write in the notes. What is null and what is alternate? Whoever has written the notes, just raise your hand. Completed means rise. 1, 2, 3. Still. Four. That's it. When you'll take the action, when you'll not take the action. Now, first, according to you, what is? If it is greater than 8 minutes, action is required. Means this is null or alternate. Okay, what is null? Less than or equal to 8 minutes. Right? This is your option. Now, last. Same. Still, anyone? Anyone correct answer, please? Huh? Mu is less than 8 minutes means action will be taken. Means this is your alternate hypothesis. Null is greater than or equal to 8 minutes means you'll take the no action. Okay. Anyone? Still anyone correct answer, please? Still anyone? Anyone wants to give for try for a correct answer? No? Nothing? So everyone are fixing this one only. So this is the correct answer. Right? If I ask, try to give the correct answer only, you'll think that you have given wrong answer and you'll try to create something. Right? If they say something means you'll try to create, right? So just in order to confuse you, nothing else. Right? This is the correct answer. Now coming to the question. Now the service goal for whatever the these people, whatever the person or whatever the hospital, they are doing the service. Their service is major purpose of doing the service is to give the service in less than 8 minutes. If their service is getting achieved in less than 8 minutes, there is no action required. The service is completing getting in the less than 8 minutes, no action. No action is required for this case. If they're not able to reach the service, they are going to take the action. They'll identify what is the reason. Means ambulances are not there, doctors are not there, or units are not there, or what is the problem? If ambulances are there, drivers are not there, what is the problem? They'll identify that. They'll identify later. Okay. Just our work is whether it is getting achieved or less than 8 minutes or not getting less than or 8 minutes to check. So if it is achieving less than 8 minutes means no action is required, right? If it is not achieving means action is required. Is that clear, guys? Now, so the same thing. So less than or equal to means no action is required. No follow-up action is required, right? Their emergencies, whatever the service they have kept, whatever the purpose they have started, it is fulfilling that one. They are happy with their services. If it is not satisfying, they'll identify from where we have done the mistake, and they, according to that, they are going to do. Right? Is that clear? How to formulate the null and alternate hypothesis? Let us try one more example. Write in the notes null and alternate hypothesis once again. Done? Completed? If completed, raise your hand once again, please. Whoever has done. One. Absolutely no problem. Take the time. For me, time is not important. Correct answer is important. If you want time, take another 5 minutes also. No problem. After practicing multiple examples, automatically time will be reduced. Right? Online students, you can type your answers in the chat box. Satish, you can type your answer in the chat box. Done? So now determine whether a service goal of less than 30 minutes or less than is being achieved. Their service goal is to give the deliveries in less than 30 minutes, whether it is getting achieved or not. If it is less than 30 minutes means, okay, they are happy. If it is more than 30 minutes means, not happy. Not happy means they'll take the action. Right? Whether the service goal of 30 minutes is the service goal is less than 30 minutes. Right? Less than 30 minutes. Their service goal is less than 30 minutes. If the service goal of less than 30 minutes means they're happy and they'll continue, which is nothing but no action is required for this. That is their requirement and they're satisfying their requirement. And if it is more than 30 minutes, they'll take the action. Okay. In this time, they have given the time and all the details they have given. Just simply, we have to focus on the test. Sir, what is the meant by this time and what is standard deviation? All these things we'll understand one by one. I asked you only how to formulate the null and alternate hypothesis. I didn't ask you what is the test result. Test result, we'll see. Is that clear? How to formulate the null and alternate hypothesis, for what purpose these things are going to be done. Based on these values, we are going to do the test. Based on the values, test will be conducted. Right? Let us try one more example. For this, what is the null and alternate hypothesis? For this, the hint is 90% of the students will give the wrong answer. Is equal to 500 ml is null. Mu is not equal to 500 ml is not null. I mean alternate. Option A by one student. Option B. Anyone? Yes, Shubham also says that mu is equal to 100 ml. Mu is not equal to 500 ml. Still anyone? So here, whether the filling process should be continued or stopped. Okay, and corrected. So they want to check with respect to their mean of 500 ml. So they want to perform the population mean of 500 ml to help whether the filling process should be continue operating or stop. Means the machine is properly working, or if the machine is not properly working, means they want to repair. Right? Now here, if in this question and corrected means who is going to do the correction? Quality inspector will do the correction. Huh? No, the quality inspector is not going to do the correction. Who is going to do the correction? Then company people will do the correction. Okay, what are the manager or whatever the person. So they are going to do the correction. So for them, it should be exactly equal to 500 ml. If it is not equal to 500 ml, they are going to take the action. Now read the same question. Read once again the same question. This time, without keeping the word called as corrected. Up to here only. Again, read the question. Without the word of corrected. Now, what is the null and alternate hypothesis? Mu less than or equal to less than 500 is alternate. Mu is greater than 500, greater than or equal to 500 ml, null. Right? This is the one. Now, why you have told that one? The reason? Because whether it is continued or stopped means that will be done by the quality inspector. He will either continue or he will stop. So just you have to check from now based on the question, only continued or stopped means when you are going to stop. If it is less than 500 only, you are going to stop. If it is greater than 500 ml, you are going to continue. If you are working as a quality inspector. Now, correction. Whenever there is a word of correction is there, the correction word clearly indicates, very clearly indicates that it is by the company people. Now you may ask me a question. Sir, if the correction word is not there, still the company people also may continue or stop, right? It might be possible. Then how we can understand? So if the word of correction only operating continues the operating or stop means, clearly they will mention that the company manager wants to check. They'll write the word clearly. They will write that word clearly. That word they have not written very clearly. The company's manager or the company's director or something, they have not given anything. Means by default, the third person, XYZ person is doing that one. Means third person is nothing but quality inspector is doing. If in the question they have written clearly quality inspector means, we'll understand. That is also not a problem. In the question they give this. In the question if they give the company's manager or director, in the question if they do give also, we'll understand very clearly. That is also not a problem. If in the question they have not mentioned neither this one or this one means, by default, this is this one. By default. Default is quality inspector is going to do. And when we'll understand that one means by using the word of corrected. Corrected, it will not be done by generally quality inspector, right? That we have to think in the question directly. If they are not given means we have to apply the logic. Okay, whether the process to be continued or stopped means quality inspector will do this one. That is clear for us. Whether correction will not be done generally by the quality inspectors, right? So then who is going to do means the company people only is going to do this quality test and they want to do. And according to that, we have to formulate the null and alternate hypothesis. Is that clear? So the logic you have to apply. The logic you have to apply in the question. If they have given the quality inspector word or the company's people they have given miss, okay. If the words was not given miss, the logical thinking is important here. You have to apply the logic behind that. What would be the logic? Right? Is that clear, guys? Now, so for example, let us take like this. Earlier I have told you judgment. The judgment says whether the person is either criminal or innocent. We are having two options. One is called as innocent and second one is called as criminal. For innocent or criminal, which one is null and which one is alternate? Innocent is the null, criminal is the alternate. That is, for this, if the person is innocent means no action. If the person is criminal means we have to take the action. Right? Now, let us draw one matrix. I'm drawing one matrix. In this matrix, one side I'm going to take the actual and one side I'm going to take the predict. Understand this very clearly, slowly. Right? Now, actual null hypothesis means the person is innocent. Alternate hypothesis, person is criminal. Similarly, person is innocent. Person is criminal. I have taken with respect to two. What is meant by actual and what is meant by predict? Let us understand first what is meant by actual word. Actual means reality. Really whether the person is an innocent person or whether really the person is a criminal person. Predict means you are going to predict or you are going to give your judgment based on the evidences. Your judgment will give based on the evidences. So for example, let us assume Vijay Mallya has came to the court. Okay. Now there is no evidence that he has done the cheating. What we have to do? We have to send him as an innocent person only. Okay, bye Mallya. You have to happily go and enjoy in your Bangalore house. We are going to say like this. If we are having the proper evidence, we are going to take him to the jail. That depends on the evidence. And based on the evidence only, we are going to predict. Now, let us assume the person is innocent person, basically. And judge also told that you are an innocent person. What is this particular cell indicates? Actually, the person is innocent. And judge also predicted you are innocent, which is correct judgment. He has given a correct judgment. Now, coming to this one, coming to this cell, the person is criminal. Basically, the person is criminal. But still, the judge has told that you are innocent person, you go away. A wrong judgment. Actually, the person is a criminal. But because there is no evidences, whatever the evidences are there, based on the evidences only, the judgment will give the judge. Whatever the judge will give the judgment based on the evidences. If the evidences are not there, what he can do? Though he knows that murder was done and this person only has done the murder, everything knows also. If there is no evidence, what we can do? We can't do anything. Right? So they are going to say that this person is not a criminal, he is an innocent, and he will leave that one. Means which he has done a wrong judgment. Now, basically the person is an innocent, but judge has predicted you are a criminal, which is again a wrong judgment. And the person is a criminal, and this person judge also has told that you are a criminal. Means again he has done a correct. So this is called as correct. This is incorrect. These both are incorrect. So now let us assume a case where actually and predicted the judgment. There is a one judge. In his life, he has given till now 10 judgments. Assume only 10 judgments he has given. Out of 10 judgments, reality is one person is innocent, 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 criminal, criminal, innocent, innocent, criminal, criminal, 3, 4, 8, 10. Okay. Now he has predicted as innocent, 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 criminal, 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 criminal. He has predicted like this. Now tell me, out of total 10 completed judgments are completed. Total 10 judgments are completed. Out of this, how many records satisfies that actually the person is innocent? At the same time, judge also predicted as innocent. 1, 2, 3, 4. Innocent, and he has to predict innocent. No, only 4. 4 records says that total actual innocent and predicted also innocent. Now this one, coming to this one, actual he has to be actually criminal. Actual side is criminal, predicted side is innocent. Now actual side criminal and innocent should be there. 1. Actual side criminal should be there, innocent. Criminal is here, but innocent. Criminal, no, only 1. 1 record is there, like that, 1. This one, actual the person is criminal, innocent. Actual is person is innocent. Whenever I use the word actual, immediately you have to see this side. Whenever I say the judgment or predictor, you have to see from this side. Wherever the predict is there, from that side you have to see the predict word. Wherever the actual is there, you have to see from the actual word. Now actually the person is innocent and judge has predicted as a criminal. Innocent person, criminal. How many people? 1, 2. 2 people he has given as innocent people, also criminals only, the judgment. Now, how many actual criminals was given as the criminals? Criminal with criminal. 1, 2, 3. For this data set, this is the matrix. For this data set, this is the matrix. Is that clear? Out of which this one is wrong, this one is wrong. Both of them he has done wrong only, right? In this case, what he has done the wrong? He has assumed the person is a innocent. He has predicted the person is a innocent, which he has done the wrongly, which is called as, the wrong word is called as incorrect. The wrong word is called as incorrect in the statistics. We can't use the word as wrong. Wherever the wrong word is there, we have to use the word called as incorrect. Incorrectly, he has predicted. What he has predicted? Person is innocent. He has predicted the person is innocent. Means incorrectly he is accepting the H naught. Incorrectly he is accepting the H naught. He has done accepting H naught is he has done, which is incorrect. Incorrect acceptance of H naught. Now this case, coming to this one, what he has accepted? H1. He has accepted H1, which is nothing but incorrect. So incorrect acceptance of H1. Now what is this one is? What he has accepted? Accepted is H1 only. He has accepted H1 only, which is correct or incorrect? Correct. So write the word of correct. Correctly accepting H1. Now this one is correctly accepting H0. This is correctly accepting H0. This is incorrect acceptance of H0. This is incorrect acceptance of H1. This is correct acceptance of H1. Incorrect acceptance of H1 is also called as incorrectly rejecting the H0. He has incorrectly rejected the H0. Right? So this incorrect acceptance of H0, this is called as incorrect rejection of H0. Sir, why accept word is okay now? Again, we are writing why rejection. Because whatever the things we are having, everything we have to say in terms of H0, not in terms of H1. Everything we have to say in terms of H0, we have to say. Whether the word of accept or reject, whether the correct or incorrect, everything we have to say using the H0 only. Everything we have to say using the H0. So now what is this one then? Correct rejection of H0. Correctly, you are rejecting the H0. You are rejecting H0 means you are accepting H1 only. So if you observe this one, whatever you are accepting is nothing but whatever you are predicting. Your prediction is your acceptance. You predicted here H naught, so you are accepting H naught. You are predicted H1, so you are accepting H1. Is that clear? Generally, it will not be that much of easy to understand with one example. So generally, the students will ask one more example. So we'll try one more example. First, you complete this example, write the notes of this example, and again, we'll try with one more. This is the first time you are listening now, so it will be might be confusing. Since it is might be confusing, so the name of this matrix is also called as confusion matrix. Name is also called as confusion matrix because it will be confusing something. Now, incorrect acceptance of H naught is called as type 1 error. Incorrect rejection of H naught is called as type 2 error. Incorrect acceptance of H naught is called as type 1. Incorrect rejection of H naught is called as type 2. Right? And this is the data set and these are the values. Done? Let us try with one more example. Done, guys? Let us try one more example. So once again, I'm going to select the one more example. To understand this example or to understand the concept in an easy way, I'm having one shortcut for that. What is the shortcut, miss? Without writing, just focus on the board so that easily you'll understand. If you write simultaneously along with me, less chances for understanding and more chances for confusion. Okay, without writing, just focus. Okay, step by step, letter to letter. Whichever the letter you have not understand, immediately raise the hand. Don't go to the next one also. Immediately raise your hand. So that each and every letter immediately, so that instantly you'll understand that one. Right? Now, let us take an example. null and alternate hypothesis with respect to COVID positive and COVID negative. COVID positive and COVID negative. The person is having no COVID. Basically, the person is not having no COVID, means COVID negative. COVID negative person means no COVID. Alternate hypothesis says that you are having the COVID. If I say that one of the person, if I say that, hey, you are having COVID, means he'll accept. He will not accept. Prove that. Prove that means you have to prove that you are by taking some result. You have to take the PCR test, RT-PCR test, whatever is there, that you have to take and you have to prove. Simply, if you say that you are having COVID, means no one is going to accept. For saying that, hey, you're not having COVID, means no need to say. Everyone knows that one. We are not having COVID. To prove that you are having COVID only, you have to do the test. Okay, for proving that you are not having COVID, no need of any test. Right? Now, so here alternate null hypothesis says that the person is not having any COVID, the person is having the COVID. Null and alternate hypothesis is clear. First step. Now, we are going to take a matrix. Draw one matrix. In the matrix, you have to take one side actual, one side predict. Whichever the side you are interested as per your choice. Don't fix. Whichever the side. Let me take this side as actual. Is that okay? If I take actual, this side, I'm going to take the predict. One side actual, one side predict, which is opposite to the previous one. Don't compare with the previous one. I'm writing opposite. Right? Don't confuse and don't try to remember that this particular cell is a type 1, this is type 2. Don't fix like that. Which one is type 1, which one is type 2? Now you'll understand easily. One side you have to write actual, one side you have to write the predict word. Second, you have to write with respect to H0. What is H0 means? No COVID. The person is not having no COVID. H1, the person is having COVID. Right? This one also, you write with respect to H0, no COVID. H1 is COVID. Up to here, it is okay. Sir, predict this side and actual this side I can take a take. Sir, H0 down, H1 up, can I take a take? H1 I can bring this side and H0 can I bring this side a take. Whichever you feel is, whichever you want you do. Absolutely no problem. Whichever you want you do. Play the game with which side you want you write as per your choice. Right? Now, coming to the first cell, cell number 1. Now, this particular cell says that, tell me what is actual and what is predict. What is actual? Actual is H0. Actual is H0, that is no COVID. What you have predicted? H0 or H1? H0. Actual H0, predict H0. This cell is fixed. Is that any questions in this cell? Whatever is there in the actual side, you write that word. Whatever is in the predict, you write that word. Now this cell, what is actual? H0. Actual. What is actual? H0. What is predict? Write that one. Come to the third cell. What is actual? Actual is H1. Predict is what is actual? What is predict? Any questions till now? Whatever the cell, wherever it is there. Okay. Whenever we are asking actual means from left side you have to see. Whenever we ask the predict from top side you have to see. In this case. Whatever this cell is there for predict, you have to write that word. Whatever the cell is there for predict, you have to write that word. Clear? Any questions? Whatever you are predicting something, miss, you are accepting that one. If the doctor says that you are having the COVID, miss, he is feeling that one. He is feeling that you are having the COVID and he has predicted that. Right? Whatever he is feeling, that is nothing but he is accepting. Whatever your prediction is there, that is accepting. Whatever your prediction is there, that is you are accepting. Is that clear? If you are feeling that one only, you are accepting that one. If you say that you are a criminal, miss, you are feeling that one. You are accepting that you are a criminal. Without you are accepting, how you can say that one? First, you have to accept yourself, right? That this is the scenario and you are predicting, right? Now, so tell me, in this case, what you have predicted or what you have accepted. What you have accepted. Accept is H naught or H1. Use only H naught or H1. Accepted H naught. Write that word. Whether both of them are same or opposite. Same. Write the word called as correct. Correctly accepted H naught. Now, what you accepted here? Accepted H1. Whether it is correct or incorrect. Both are same or opposite? Opposite. Write the word called as incorrect. Whatever you accepted. H naught. Accepted H naught. Correct or incorrect? Incorrect. Whatever you have accepted here. H1. Correct or incorrect? Correctly accepted. So, whatever the cell is there, according to that, I am writing. Right? Correctly accepted H1, correctly accepted H1, correctly accepted H0, incorrectly accepted H0. Okay. Now, wherever the accepted H0, this accepted H0, I'm going to change it as a rejected H0. Instead of accepted H0, I can write even or. Second option. What is the second option I can write? Miss incorrectly rejected H0. You incorrectly rejected the H0. Now this one, accepted H0. Accepted H0 means already H0 word is there. You don't need to disturb. Wherever the H1 word is there, that you have to write correctly rejected H0. Accepted H1 means you have rejected the H0. This is the confusion matrix. Out of which incorrect acceptance of H0 is always type 1 error. Whether it is in that position or in this position or in this position, incorrect acceptance of H0 is called as type 1 fix. Whether the same word is in this cell also, answer is same. Type 1 error means incorrectly accepting the H0 is called as type 1 error. Type 1 error means incorrectly accepting H0. Incorrectly rejecting H0 is called as type 2 error. Every time, whether it is in the which or the position, incorrect rejection is called as type 2. Acceptance is called as type 1. Rejection is called as type 2. Two different types of errors. It is clear? Step by step, it is clear. Whatever the cell, wherever the cell. Now you are going to calculate the total number of records, how many records satisfies, and you are going to write the numbers. If numbers are not there also, the cell belongs to this one. Clear, guys? Any question? If you have any question, you ask. Right? Now, if it is clear, you take a confusion matrix in this way, where you take this side as predict, this side is actual. This is H0, H1. This is H1, H0. Now, fill the values, 4 values. Which one is correct acceptance of H1? 4 options only. Correct acceptance of H0, incorrect acceptance of H0, incorrect rejection of H0, correct rejection of H0. Everything I want in terms of H0. Fill the 4 values here. And tell me which cell is type 1 and which cell is type 2. Okay. And once this is completed, now you try this one. Keep the predict this side. Actual this side. This one you take as H1, H0, H1, H0. Now you tell me. This is second one. This is one example. This is one example. For each example, automatically the positions will interchange. Don't fix the positions always. This one is this one. This one is this one. Don't by heart that one. Understand the concept. If both of them are same, means this is called as correct. If both of them are opposite, means this is called as incorrect. If both are opposite, means this is incorrect. If both of them are same, means this is correct. If both of them are same, means correct. Both of them are opposite means incorrect. So now this time incorrect will be here. In this case, correct is there. In this case, incorrect is there. What is there here? Predict is there. Actual is there. First, you have to see that one. What is there here? That you have to see second one. Based on that, these four we will get. But what is meant by type 1 error means always the type 1 error fixed, irrespective of position. Type 1 error means incorrect acceptance of H0 is type 1. Incorrect rejection of H0, type 2. Fix. Is that clear? Take the notes and ask whatever the questions you are having. If it is clear, practice. Crystal clear, sir. Nice trick. If it is clear, well and good. 100% they'll ask the question. In the job description, statistical word is there, miss. Question in this is mandatory. On Saturday, there is exam, miss. 2 to 3 questions on this is mandatory. Right? Clear, guys? Whichever you are predicting, that is you are accepting. Your prediction is your acceptance. Actual one is actual one. Actual one will be there, but prediction also should be there, right? Whatever you are predicting is you are accepting. So that is the end of the session for today. And in the tomorrow's class, we are going to do the statistical tests one by one. We are having different types of statistical tests. All the statistical tests we are going to do in the tomorrow's class. For every statistical test, formulation of null and alternate hypothesis